C5, and I'ma stay in my lane. I could do anything I put my mind to, that's fact. I wanna...
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the incomparable Travis Kelce. He's one of the league's best, currently third in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Chiefs and the Patriots on Monday Night Prime Time.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his third season now out of Alabama.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Jones. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing Jones. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a 2-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, he got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that, because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And taken down just shy of the 40. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week.
24 carries, 114 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
And now we'll hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he goes down, but not before getting this
this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. The Chiefs at 9-4 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're going to give up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week.
17 carries, 54 yards.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 37.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Jones throwing on 1st down.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Henry. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, it went up to the challenge.
The kick by Gold is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mahomes going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And this time he is in. Isaiah Pacheco with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
More. You talk about fantasy life, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You know,
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching
You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Rice will go in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
That last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Christian Watson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
21. Patriots 3.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
The Patriots take over.
New England's offense set to go.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ball game.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. Here we go. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Jones now on 1st down. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Jones throw here taken in by Parker.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
McKinnon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Butker on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Short pass caught by Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down and 4.
12.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That one complete to Parker.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
2nd and 6.
Now Jones. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing Jones. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
Bryce Behringer in one formation for the Patriots.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jones on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Patriots take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done. And then, oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Inside the 20.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the Sticks move. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bolton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. This is taken at the 18. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And some room to maneuver.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Here's Pacheco.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chiefs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
And now out come the Patriots.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Jones from the gun on third down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on third down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco.
So he'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Patriots get the football back. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
So we pause for an injured player, and now what you want to see, Juju Smith-Schuster. He's in some pain out there.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Jones throw caught by Pierce.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Jones now throwing on first down. Douglas with a grab over the middle. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Patriots first down.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think